Hello, I am Giselle Gonzalez and my partner is Andrea Acosta, and we will be presenting on Organizational Cultural Theory, or OCT. OCT is cultural or corporate personality and how others interact in the workplace. Organizational cultural theory in real life context is as listed below. Adriana works at a company that does not make work enjoyable for its employees. Long hours working in an uncomfortable environment creates stressful atmosphere for Adriana and her coworkers. Meanwhile, the company demands higher levels of productivity to increase their profits. As some of you can relate, there are problems within this that causes friction between any company. The inherency of the problem be bad communication within coworkers and supervisors, micromanaging the policies into the workers, excessive amount of work without any affirmation, and demanding bold goals from the employees. All of this creates hostility and discomfort between micromanagement and coworkers, which leads to discord and company issues. The significance of this problem is that because of all long hours and micromanaging that is happening, they are getting small efforts from their employees, which causes the company to make less progress of their work, as well as loss of profit. They do not care about the company's quota status. There is also the issue of the employee's mental and physical health. They can be left feeling exhausted or stressed and might be having migraines. They also might be feeling drained because of how much work they have to do. They can also be depressed because they might not be happy about the situation that they are in. For example, not having any company benefits, which would include no paid time off, no vacation time, or sick hours. This specifically causes employees to feel displeased with the company. This will also psych them out and make them feel as if they do not matter to the company.
OCT, cultural performances. There are 5 cultural performances in organization: ritual performances, passion performances, social performances, political performances, and enculturation performances. Today, we will be talking about social performances. Social performances are behaviors that demonstrate cooperation and politeness with others. Saying a simple good morning to each other is an example of a social performance. Enculturation performances are behaviors that assist employees in discovering what it means to be a member of an organization, listening and knowing the coworkers as well as understanding their views on the company. The core aspect of social performances is to establish a sense of community within an organization's culture. Establishing a worker's competency within an organization that then allows them to cooperate is the effect of enculturation performances. Symbols of an organization culture. Symbols include the verbal and nonverbal communication in an organization. The symbols communicate an organization's values. Symbols take the forms of slogans that carry meaning. Examples of physical symbols are art, designs, decor, dress, and appearance. Behavioral symbols are ceremonies, rituals, and traditions. Verbal symbols are anecdotes, names, explanation, and stories. In our real-life context, Adriana's company will use the behavioral symbol to invite employees to rituals and partake in company traditions to make them feel more involved and as part of the team. In our real-life context, Adriana's company will use a verbal system to integrate anecdotes and explain their core values to all employees. Enforcing and practicing the core values through verbal symbols can help form connections with supervisors and employees, but also reassure them that although issues may arise, they are not alone. Organizational cultural theory applied. Managers and coworkers being cordial to one another is an example of OCT applied. Managers creating a safe environment as well as supervisors providing a workplace that people can openly and respectfully communicate to one another is another example. Communicating the company's core value and enforcing it equally to employees and supervisors are alike. Moral values that enhance the employees' wants to be involved into the workspace community and involved in the company's success. Is OCT applied? OCT is applicable to nearly every employee in an organization. Direct relationships to how employees work and their identification with their workplace environment. Culture is not something an organization has. A culture is something an organization is. In the beginning of the presentation, we mentioned Adriana's difficult time at her workplace. She spent long hours in an uncomfortable space. OCT applied changes the way management handled the environment at work because people wanted the culture to change. This change would affect the overall culture of the organization, creating a positive environment for all employees. Examples of OCT that would change the discontent of employees would be show an appreciation, open, appropriate work communication, and fair demand of work.